This episode is sponsored by Baby Audio, maker of creative instruments and effects plugins. Whether it's retro lo-fi goodness with super VHS or silky top end with smooth operator, Baby Audio is all about adding flavor to a mix. So head on over to babyaud.io to learn more and take 15% off your order using the code HMD15. I'll leave a link in the description below.
Facts, yeah.
I get
it was a really deep topic.
I get nervous when you guys talk about political
What
things.
engineer would you vote for president?
Wow, what engineer would I vote for president? Probably Ali.
God damn you. Shout out Mixed by Ali.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was the answer that came.
Hold on, this is great. Okay, who's vice president?
I'm gonna let Ali choose. I ain't gonna lie. Ali, he gonna have.
I know Ali
know how to be serious.
everything.
Ali know how to be serious, but I know Ali throw like a banging Sunday night live at the White House party.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it gotta be like, yeah.
So Ali,
I'm not gonna lie.
Ali president.
If I had to choose VP, I choose Baines.
Ooh, okay. Why do you choose Baines for VP?
Cause and it's no. I know y'all saw that shout out the TZO and Baines for the episode we had with them. If y'all really saw that conversation, TZO like he likes to make sure everything is okay and working well. Mm-hmm. I think like as we've seen, especially me and Levens with our generation, like. Yeah. We're not going to take it too political. But we saw Joe back in 08. Okay. Joe was that guy in 08.
Yeah, he was.
I feel like Baines would be like that. I feel like Baines would be like that.
You know Baines too?
Okay, what?
Baines has... Because we know where Ali comes from. And his story is why I'm voting for him, because I like him.
Yeah.
But VP, not half of their job, but part of the job is to step in if our president is incapable. And I think Baines is like the most qualified.
He would rise to the occasion.
For sure.
The ramen joints he has when he...
Oh, the ramen
noodle top of his class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like he has the education. He's qualified.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know who I nominate for the CIA?
Who?
You probably probably don't even know. Serbin.
Oh yeah, Shaban.
Can I tell you what? It's Serbin.
Oh, it's
you
Serbin.
say Shaban?
I'm so sorry.
Serbin.
Yeah,
maybe, or if I'm wrong, Serbin. The reason why I'm nominating Serbin because he is the most secret engineer on Earth.
For sure.
I'm nominating Dro.
For what? CIA?
Yeah.
No, Dro not CIA.
Because Dro
is. You know who Dro is?
I like a CIA.
Dro is ambassador, is in some type of ambassador.
Nah, I like Dro for
country.
CIA because Dro, if you don't know Dro, I like my CIA secret, but also outside. I feel like Dro is gonna be gangster. Like I like my CIA. If my CIA was on Twitter talking about North Korea, I dare you.
All right, don't get political.
Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like Dro would say that, but Dro is also secretive to the point where he's not gonna let you know what we cooking.
Facts. He on it.
I think Dro.
Dro definitely.
CIA. All right, Jake. Dro CIA. Okay, you know who I would have as the I don't know if it's called Secretary of War.
I know what you're talking
Who's
about.
Who's the general? Like the general, Secretary General. Jason Joshua.
Oh yeah, he's gonna kill somebody.
Stoic.
Yeah.
I'm taking. I will.
And he's
everybody.
Like he's a.
Yes, like him. It's him and Josh Goodwin.
Oh yeah.
Him and Josh Goodwin are both general and secretary. I don't know what that's called.
I have for education?
Who you have for education?
Neil
Polk? Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know why. I just like, yeah.
The kids.
I would have him there.
The kids.
The kids. Future, man.
Who else we got? We got Secretary of the State.
Secretaries, I don't know what their job is. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. I think they handle. I don't want to sound dumb.
Just say
I think
it,
foreign affairs and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken.
I think state affairs would make sense for their job.
I don't know. I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm so nervous to do this.
I don't know, but if it's a relations job, throw that to TZO.
I knew it. I was gonna say, give it to TZO.
He's that guy.
TZO gonna have a good meal with everybody.
I was say TZO going to sell me on whatever. I'll be like, yeah, I'm invested. Let's go.
TZO is Secretary of the State. Okay, what's the other jobs out there?
TZO.
What's the other jobs?
Dang, man.
It was treasurer.
Who's treasurer?
Who's putting together the bread?
Who's treasurer?
Dang.
Who we got?
I think we got to give TZO 2 jobs.
Nah.
We got to give somebody else that job. Yeah. Dang, who gets that?
Who's good with it? Oh, Ben Thomas.
Oh, Ben Thomas.
Ben is the treasurer.
He's organized. He has like the shortcuts and all that. I got him.
He's
I'm
gonna take care of us economically. He's gonna make sure
sure.
everything runs.
For sure.
I like that. That was
For
good. That was. You would think
The audio
we would
government.
Audio government.
The audio government.
Oh my! Who is the government of the audio? Yo, Zaire, clip this up. Like that was amazing. Welcome to the Audio Nerds podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, remember, one lucky person in the comments is gonna get that VIP Gold Edition Rosetta EQ or compressor. Just put your @ name in the comments, and then from there, we'll hit you on Instagram and tell you won. To the left of me.
You already know, man. It is your boy. We're still in progress, but we out of the bonnet finally.
Woo!
It's been a long
my
run.
boy had the the vibes. Like he had mad long locks.
I got
You
the
skated
hang
to
time.
school, didn't you?
Skated to school?
do look like
How'd
he
you know that?
skated. Courtney, you dead ass?
I'm
Not
dead
in the
ass.
Bronx.
You skated to school in the Bronx?
Not in the Bronx.
At the end of my sophomore year and throughout all of my junior year, I skated to school.
You skated to school?
And they
Yes,
didn't
sir.
jump you?
Nah, I slipped off my board mad times though.
I'm sure. Oh, you skateboarded too.
Yeah. Well, I had a longboard.
You thought I meant skating like double? No.
Like that's fun as hell.
You meant
I'd
like
rather
you
do
meant
Roller-
like go.
yeah.
Roller skating.
Nah, I knew. Shout out my boy Floyd Fakaraden. He used to roller skate to school too.
He got uncomfortable.
He was like, wait, hold on a second. What did you say
To
to
the
me?
right of me.
FL Studio user. Shout out to my FL Studio users. Hey man, I saw you post something I didn't like.
What?
The guy talking about some. I'm finally gonna try Pro Tools. Yes, I am
Yo,
FL
we
gang.
converted someone. Yes, we did.
But I've converted mad people. You realize I'm like the Pope.
Wow, you Pope FL. You the Pope of FL.
I'm the Pope.
That sounded crazy, but I'm just gonna let it rock.
You the Flope.
The Flope.
You like how I was like, and then I took
Yeah.
it even further. Yeah, my fault.
I'm the Flope.
You the Flope of
and
FL.
look at a scale. It's on a slope.
All right, now he rapping. All right, enough
And
of
look
this
at the
kid.
therapy. I'm a cope.
Okay,
This episode sponsored by BetterHelp.
it is. Stop doing that. We're gonna get in trouble.
Hashtag
It is not.
ad.
It's
Nope.
not sponsored by them. Stop.
It's a joke.
Stop.
Y'all gonna laugh. If y'all
Bar.
real talk. If y'all sue me off
Yeah.
a joke, me and the judge gonna laugh at you.
No, they not. I promise. They're just gonna take the money out of
That's
your
not
account
true.
and garnish your wages.
You know
What
how
money?
You know how not. You know how you know. You know how you know that's not true. That could happen to you. Y'all heard about the Red Bull lawsuit the other day? Allegedly.
What happened?
Someone, I'm surprised it took like over almost how long they've been in business? Like more than 20 years. Someone really like cracked the can and said,
It doesn't give me wings.
how much money can I get out of this? Went to court and said, you see what they say on the can? It gives you wings? Nothing. And they got money.
Are lying.
They got
to
money,
me, bro.
They got money. Supposedly. Someone please fact check this and make sure this case is real. But I really came off on
I'm
a little.
suing. Kyle Beast, I'll have your ass.
No.
2 clicks and I'm done? Let's see. How many clicks it
For
takes?
sure,
me-
it's 2 clicks.
No, it's
I've
not.
tried that
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Ain't no
You're-
way.
No, yes,
It's
it
2
is.
clicks for real?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
You
Open
lucky,
that
man.
shit, you press the button, and you're good.
You're
Literally.
lucky. You're lucky.
You
But
can press the
open.
button.
All right. Kyle Beast, you lucky, man.
Y'all
lucky.
are out of
And
control,
I know which
bro.
button to press too, Kyle, so it's okay.
That's
Don't
a
worry.
fact. I
You're
used to
good,
use
you're
I
good.
used to use the plugin, but I haven't updated the drip plugin to actually be in my DAW. Like I need to update it, but I just haven't updated or anything like that. It's good to see y'all though. I'm very, very happy that
Check
you guys
the
are here.
laptop out.
You know what I wanted to bring?
Fact checking.
You know what I wanted to bring to y'all?
I got a question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got to, because I know where you're going to go, and I don't want to go there just yet. I got a
We
question.
only have like a short amount of time, so
No, we can stay here as long as we feel like
Not
it.
true.
We honestly could.
We really can.
it doesn't help.
Who crib this is?
Okay.
Wait, where is this gonna go?
So, how do you, as an engineer, and this is a serious question,
Careful
I'm
on
not-
doing it.
how do you deal with a bad song? Like, do you laugh at it?
You mean as a mix engineer?
Yes.
Just the
Or
engineer.
track
in
Oh,
an
like
general.
engineer.
the song is trash,
It's just terrible.
and I have to mix it.
Yeah.
In
Do
this
you decline
case,
it?
Can I be honest with you? I be on some like, I'm still just going hard for it, bro. Even if it's a bad song, like I'd be like, well, let me make it better.
Like a really bad song. Like, say it's
Let me make it better.
I don't want to use like say it's On the Floor by Ice JJ.
shout
Let's
out
just make it
IJJ.
How
better.
do you mix that record?
I'm gonna throw auto tune on, and then I'm gonna ask him, "Is that okay?" If he says no, I'm like,
Of
"Well,
course he's gonna say no.
that's fine."
He's ordained by God. He a preacher now. Shout out to him.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I seen he
He's
said,
happy.
"Please leave me alone," too. Like he wants his. I really
Shout out
respect that
IJJ.
shit.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be left alone because he people was
It was
killing
like
him
it's
for
a
years.
really bad song. Like, you know the joke that Nick Cannon makes bad music. I don't listen to Nick Cannon's music.
I like Nick
but,
Cannon's
like,
music when I
oh,
was
really?
little. Yeah,
When he was little, I'm talking about his new stuff.
I haven't heard any of his new stuff. I can't comment on
Nah,
that.
he got one record. I ain't gonna lie.
I
He got a record
don't
with
think he makes bad music.
Jacquees and Ty Dolla $ign. That shit.
That's not hard. That's a cheat code. Getting them two, that's a cheat code.
That
Getting
is.
Ty Dolla is
Because
crazy.
he had a quick 8, and then the rest of it was the.
Damn.
Let me ask you this question. From Okay, so from a mixing side, right? And I seen this. Shout out Wavy, actually. Shout out Wavy, because he gave me when he had this like talk on his he was doing like Q&As and stuff like that, like quick rapid fire kind of things, and he brought up what makes a bad mix and like what helps you identify a bad mix. And I thought that was interesting. I was like, yo, that is true. It made me like kind of think about it and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, what is amateur like as far as a mix and in production too, where I can immediately point out and be like, this is somebody that just started, like for the most part.
I'll give you two answers. One for production, when the melodics are mixed to like perfection, and them drums sound like they was in a team. Like that's how I know you went to Splice
and just
said, just do that.
Then when you was younger, what my complaint to you, when you was very young, when you was starting to make beats and stuff like that, and I was like, yo, this is cool. I said, but the drums, you need better drums. Like,
no,
remember that?
It wasn't better drums. It was more like my drums weren't mixed right. Like my kick was always better.
Yeah, your drums weren't sonically.
I was on Mackie CR3s, bro.
If you don't let yourself show any growth, when you were younger and you were sending me beats, I said, yo, you have a lot of potential. I said, it's just your drums don't hit at all.
I'm sensitive about my drums because my nigga, the first thing I ever played for ninth, he said the same shit. I played with him. He was like, man, these drums not hitting. I'm like, God damn, bro, leave me alone with my drums, man.
It'd be a thing. Sonics is still important. You know the vibes. I think you know the vibes.
My answer for the vocal one or for the actual mix thing is, and I heard this a lot on the high note thing, over reverb.
Oh, that is, very true. Too much reverb. Because I think we all get reverb happy when we learn about reverb, and so we just throw it up and be like, yo, listen to how it sounds.
Y'all be in auditoriums by yourself. In auditoriums by yourself.
Using that Grand Central Auditorium preset.
Reverb idea on this pod?
Yeah, we did have a reverb idea on this pod.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, we said that. What if you type in?
Oh yeah, G-verb.
G-verb, and use like type
generative reverb, like AI.
Yeah.
Holy, nobody jumped on that?
Oh, but the vocal, not saying Auto-Tune's vocal reverb is
but it has an AI built in.
But it's AI built in. But I like it because it asks me, that's not a word. It asks me questions. And I was basically able to say, I want this gritty 80s sound. Yo, that's dope. And then it gave me
Nobody went for generative reverb?
Well, it's still early to the race, man, with that type of stuff. AI kind of stuff like that.
Ain't ChatGPT open source?
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's open. I don't know. I'm really out of my wheelhouse. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna do that. If as far as me, amateur wise, when it comes to a mix, I'm definitely gonna nominate. Mike Dean said this too on Wavy's thing. Is bad low end. Like
I said that.
Really bad low end.
I said that before you said that. Actually,
you said rap bad low end.
In the video, it says I say bad low end, and then right after you say bad low end. So I was like, damn.
Me? I didn't say that. You mean Mike Dean?
Oh, I said it in the video too.
Mike Dean said bad low end.
So did I.
Okay.
So Mike Dean kind of stole it from me. Shout out to you, bro. I know I inspire.
Felt that.
Zaire. My God, Zaire.
I hope Mike Dean sees
this.
He
won't, bro. Mike
Dean
is
You think Mike Dean ain't tapped in?
Mike Dean?
He be watching stuff.
If you're watching this, bro, Mike Dean, please come on the couch. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing.
Like,
at this point, I'm trying to, like,
I'm about to say, he's gonna watch what he says and come after him. I'm still on you for that R-Bass thing, bro. You still got to pull up on this couch and
what he said about R-Bass?
He said, "This is like you don't fucking need that. Just go on Reddit and get a good
better 808 samples."
Yeah,
literally Reddit, Mike.
That's fire.
But,
love you. But
hey, man, I'm like somebody said I was academics.
You are at academics.
I'm cool with that, but just let me like joke.
Yeah, let him be.
Stop taking shit serious. We live once, man.
No, I know what comes with it.
I'm not talking to you.
Be ready. No, I'm cool with you saying. I'm just like, just be ready for what comes with it. What do you got for my freaking amateur versus pro stuff?
Mixes.
What you thinking, son?
The vocals.
So you think the vocals?
It's my biggest tell.
You said top end.
I was gonna think. I thought you would say high end. To be honest with you.
No, because that could honestly also a lot of times just be a taste thing. It could. It really can. But there's like, as much as people don't like think about it, or like we kind of shy away from like trying to put a label on something, there's still a guideline or like a rubric to like at least a clean vocal. Not a good vocal, but a clean vocal.
You know, what I will say is that I think amateur vocal recordings have gotten a lot better over time.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I remember a bad vocal recording was a bad
that was it.
Yeah. Now, I feel like there's a little bit of okay, I can work with this kind of thing with a vocal. But I will say, back in the day, a long time ago, high end was the biggest tell.
That was the tell.
Because I felt like a lot of kids would find an EQ, boost high end, but like, this, it sounds amazing. Like, and it'd be... just be loud as hell.
So we know intention, and I know the intention was for it to sound like radio or phone-ish. But y'all remember Bria's Interlude
Yeah.
by Drake and Omarion?
Okay, I can't remember it offhand.
I really wonder if that was
On purpose?
On purpose. Of course, it was on purpose. It was intentional.
Right.
But I wonder if it was just like, did they use a bad mic and they like, oh, let's just make it telephony for the whole song or something like that. Or because it is still a little unintelligible.
Okay.
But yeah, that's something. I wonder, like, there's a lot of secrets, I'm sure. Like, we look at as genius, and the whole time it was just circumstance. Yeah.
There's a record on Rihanna's Anti album. I can't pick the song out on the top of my head, but there's a song in there where I felt like she intentionally made her vocals sound and her words you're not able to really make out what she's saying. It's like super reverbed out. And I was talking to a really smart guy. Actually, I was talking to Futuristic's brother. Crazy. Futuristic's brother is a real analytical dude when it comes to music. And he was like, yo, that track right there, I think that's intentional. He was like, I bet you she did that on purpose. It was just a feeling. And she said, don't worry about how, because he said, I can't really hear what she's saying that well. He said, but I think it was all intentional. It was on Anti. And I was like,
I love that album. That's a classic.
It is a great album. I will say, do you think a lot of the classic moves or the great techniques are mistakes?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it's more than intention, because people will. Yes, the mistakes happen, but people will like block a mistake blessing for what they think is right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think not 100% of the time. There's one person sound in R&B music, songwriting, pop, whatever, that has never, ever changed. Maybe, of course, it's going to evolve over time.
Yeah.
But his sound, it's never been different on any song I've ever heard his vocal on.
Who?
Mr. James Fauntleroy. Mr. James Fauntleroy.
Oh, James Fauntleroy. Okay.
Any record, whether it's James joint on Anti, or it's Sorry Not Sorry with Khaled and Jay-Z and Nas, like, it's always the chorus flangery
kind of sound.
And I'm not gonna lie, it does. I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. But it's very reminiscent of Bryson's early sound.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe did he start a trend in R, or not maybe start a trend, but was a part of a trend
or
in R&B where the flanger, chorus, doubler, aux was like pushed.
I would definitely think that, like, in terms of modern wise, I think James was one of the founding fathers of that, because even prior to Bryson, when you listen to for those of you that don't know, outside of just the many modern day hits that James Fauntleroy has penned, one of his big starting points in his career, he helped pen a lot of Frank Ocean records. Specifically, one of my favorite ones is Fertilizer, and that effect is very distinct on Fertilizer
in the record, because you probably realize it probably was a reference, and obviously
it was reference.
Be with the reference. You know what I will say about that Bryson Tiller thing? I'm so glad you brought that up. Exchange and Don't, right? Specifically, when I used to listen to those two records, and I remember hearing his vocal sound, at that time I was still kind of like learning. So I didn't really understand, like, why does it sound like his vocal is like really light? Like, that's the best way I could describe like a big doubler, flanger kind of sounds. It just feels like light. But it felt like, where the hell is it? Like, you know how you put a doubler on and it's like, where is it? Kind of just freaking.
It's just there for feeling, not
it's just a feeling. And it can get a little bright and essy sometimes.
That's that fruity chorus, man.
Which is what he recorded Don't in and stuff like that. So I'm aware it is that sound. What I will say is, I was running for that sound when I did hear it for the first time. I was like, damn, how do I accomplish this sound? What's funny to me now is the fact that I seen Baines, I seen Jesse Ray, I've seen all of these, or a lot of these bigger engineers. I'm not saying I'm one of the big engineers, but including myself, using time-based kind of effects and phasing tricks and stuff like that to really get on my lead. I feel like that is, I don't want to say becoming, because they've been using it for years, but I feel like it's becoming a even stronger, more modern day sound where people are throwing doublers and stuff like that to really give the vocal a more three-dimensional space. Can I tell you what record blew my mind the other day? I used it as a reference and I said, I never noticed this about the record. Wild Thoughts by Rihanna and Khaled. Bro, that record is so loud. I used it as a reference. I said, oh, no, I'm not using that.
I love that song.
Her vocal is so huge. I never noticed how huge that vocal.
That's close to a perfect song.
I give you that.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's a tight
That song
record.
Is amazing.
It's a tight from start to finish. It's a very tight record. But what I will say is, as far as the low end, tight low end. As far as the top end, as far as the openness of the vocal, bro, it's actually one of those records I was like, wow, this is a really big record that was mixed incredibly different, like to me, like to my ears. I never noticed that about that record, but I played it in here because obviously when I hear stuff in this studio, I'm like, oh shit, I can hear everything.
Kind of thing.
That
Yeah.
record has a wild 3-dimensional space to it.
Double entendre, wild, 3-dimensional, wild thought. All right, just went over your head. I wonder if, because when we think of eras, subconsciously, if you think of a song in the 90s right now,
Yeah.
think of a song in the 2000s, a song in the 2010s, there's a different mix on all three.
All three.
Obviously, but it's like, so I wonder what song did you hear, or was there a song that you heard where you're like, oh shit, all right, mixing is changing.
Oh, I can tell you.
What song?
I can tell you one for that era, Katy Perry's album,
California
Girls.
Yeah.
That changed that shit. When it came to pop music, I was like, that shit sounded
Yes,
insane.
because it was fresh. That's 2010.
Yep.
And just a year before or 2 years before, boom, boom, pow. It was that era of pop music where
Right.
everything. I do hear a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
That record,
And
California Girls.
It did come to R&B where it was weird because R&B went through, and hip hop went through a pop phase.
Yeah.
At that time, whether it was Last Train to Paris or it was Wayne doing like a rock album.
Yeah.
Nicki doing stuff. So it's just like,
It got clean.
yeah.
It got really clean.
That's super
Because think about it, if you think of Blame It on the Alcohol, or if you think
Clean.
of The Boss by Rick Ross and T-Pain, or like
It got clean.
Neo, Sexy Love, and then you think about 5 or 6 years later, and it's like Classic Man or Kid Ink, Show Me, or
It got dirtier.
no, it's cleaner.
What I'm saying is, I think we went back to getting a little dirtier for hip hop and R&B. Like coming
I feel
back.
like we got cleaner
Now?
because over time from that era, yeah. Because if you listen to something like DS2 by Future, that is a cleaner sounding trap album.
Yeah, I say that it was cleaner then, and I saying we went back to a dirtier sound. Now is what I'm saying.
Oh, got you. No, I was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah.
between 08 and 16.
Clean
Yeah.
as hell. Stay scheming.
Like, it
all
got-
those
But
records.
I would still
was
argue.
clean.
I would still argue that even
Drake?
though we're getting dirtier, it's still cleaner than where it used to be. Because
Yes,
for example,
it's
right,
tastefully dirty.
take a Blink 182 record or like early 2000s Green Day record off of the album with Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Let's say
Okay,
that, right?
okay.
There's a bunch of grime, grit, and dirt you can hear in the texture of those records.
Mm-hmm.
Then you think about something like get it in my hands. Can't get my ex's music.
Oh, that was
There's a different type of dirt.
Yes.
But what was different is that while you could tell, as LJ said, with intention, the intention was to make that record sound grungy and dirty, but you could still understand for the most part, what
Yes.
X is saying.
Right.
I have a hot take about that.
Go ahead.
About what?
And I feel like R.I.P. Triple X.
Yeah, for
Genius,
sure.
Very, like, I was in that era. I grew up with that, so I saw what it did.
Right.
But, and it's just a theory.
Right.
We always talk about intention with him, but I don't think the intention came until later to keep his records dirty. I feel like it was dirty out of necessity at the time to the tools they had. And then over time, when he was throwing these clean mixes, and we hear the stories of him saying, no, this shit sounds too clean, too compressed, take that shit off. Like, I want it dirty.
Right.
I could be wrong.
There's
that
a story.
engineer somewhere in Florida, like...
I heard a story.
Yeah.
I heard the story where, and it could be totally not true. I'm not saying this is a fact. I heard a story where his engineer was trying to clean things up, fix like no distortion, all that stuff, and he said, "No, I like it like this.
How early?
I can't keep my dick in my pants. Something in my hands." I heard that was intentional. I heard it was for as him as an artist. I could be so wrong, by the way, but I did hear that was genuinely intentional. He wanted that distorted. He said it felt the best, distorted, and just how it felt and stuff like that. So I think that, sure, maybe I want to say out of necessity, but at the same time, I think he was like, no, this works. I really like it, even though it's like that. I think there's a lot of techniques, for instance, that we implore that are quote unquote bad techniques, but you can do it in a way that makes sense and works. Think about it. We apply distortion to mad stuff now. Like, remember when the word distortion was just a bad word? And now when I look at distortion as harmonics. I look at distortion as the fruity soft clipper. I look at distortion as my parallel chain that make it loud to get the low end to be heard on like smaller speakers. Like, distortion has changed. Like, the word and meaning of distortion is very different now to me personally.
Shout out Nani. Just want to leave that out there. It's funny because one of Triple X's later records is one of the cleaner like references that I use to this day.
Which one?
Sad.
Sad.
Oh.
I was just thinking about sad.
You know what's funny? It's on 17.
No, it's on it's on the question mark.
Question mark. Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember. What's the big one? Moonlight.
That's on question mark as well.
I used to use that as a reference sometime.
That's a dope record.
Because it was, you know why I used it as a reference? Because his vocal is so like centered, focused, and small. It's not something that I wouldn't mix like that. Like, when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But it worked so well for the song. But it's like very small and like in the center. His records was reminding me of Trippie Redd's sound too. Like him and Trippie Redd.
They were together, man. They was coming up together. And
I forgot about Trippie.
I think Trippie's biggest record is a Triple X record. Like, it might be
probably, maybe.
You don't think it's you don't think it's that Mr. Rage joint with Cardi?
No, absolutely not. Come on.
They're
let's be respectful.
Fair enough. He said, let's be respectful here.
It's funny because I don't. I feel like that was straight away from. I don't know how much they. In like the people handling his music post his passing, like, gave time to think about his mixing or what he would have wanted mixing wise. I think they were more worried about content, because one of the cleanest mixes I've heard, I remember hearing and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a clean. I asked my teacher at the time, like, yo, how did they get this guitar to sound so clean up front, all that? There's a song called Bad Vibes Forever. It was with PNB Rock, R.I.P., and Trippie Redd.
Damn, forgot about PNB.
Man, it's my generation, man. Goodness, that hurt. But PNB and Trippie Redd. And if you hear how clean it sounds, I wonder if that's something he would
have wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, but interesting. We'll never know. You know, at that point.
Great record though.
I think a lot of the music today is, personally for me, is hip hop and R&B specifically is adding a little dirt to things. I feel like that's becoming a pleasing aspect to things, like distortion
artifacts
and
are amazing.
Artifacts and stuff like that, and dirty. That's why I think plugins like the RC20 and lo-fi plugins are like so popular right now. I feel like because people like the sound of just adding that. Like, once again, I keep bringing this up because I'm not gonna lie, it was such a good mix with the Masters, dog. Bane's mix with the Masters. Seeing him, and I knew he knew. I know everybody for sure wants to see my low end. How I do it. Bro, I ran that moment back 50 times. Like, before I finished the entire thing. And basically, he was using a bunch of saturation. He used Voice of God, which I cannot get. UAD, you're making me just... Ugh.
How about you man up and get you a satellite?
Yeah, buy the piece.
No.
Or I'll sell you my UAD piece.
No, bro. I think it's ridiculous. It's like walking around with
I'll trade you.
It's like walking around with a huge eye lock.
I'll trade you.
Like, what am I...
you've been walking around with an eye lock for so long. I'll trade you.
I don't want a satellite.
My UAD Arrow. In exchange, I
don't
a
want to see
Prism
that.
Sound Titan.
What mountain of drugs are you on?
Well, it was a little bit of cocaine.
Okay, all right.
I'm kidding, Mom.
All right.
I love you.
Yeah, I hope she's singing. I'm gonna start sending your mother episodes.
I wish you
That's
would.
for sure. I'm gonna just
She
start
gonna
doing
listen
that.
to him anyways.
She go, Levens.
Yeah, I'm kidding, Mom.
I will say, as far as that satellite thing, I do not want to do it. I just feel wild.
Like an eye lock. That's literally an eye lock.
Bro, so I noticed that engineers sometimes have to bring their entire satellite in order to open their session so they can use their plugins.
But you act like
come on.
it's like a hard drive.
Bro, that's OD. Bro,
it's an eye lock.
A whole UAD Apollo is crazy.
It's not
just
an
to
Apollo.
open your plugins.
It's not an Apollo. It's literally like an SSD, bro. It's like walking around with it. I've seen Omar pull it out. It's like a hard drive, bro.
How big is the satellite?
Just Google it. I remember the one he came out. It was like a WD hard drive, like HDD. Like it's not that crazy. And even if it is that crazy, y'all been doing this eye lock thing. I'm anti eye lock. Are we ready to say it?
Wait, this thing is huge, bro.
Nah, he had a small satellite. Hold on.
Quad core. What is this?
What are you talking? Are you looking at an interface?
Bro, I'm looking at UED satellite. Yo, y'all better not be telling me this is the satellite. Oh, wait.
No, people aren't walking around with that.
Bro. Ain't no way, bro. What is the satellite?
This is smaller. Something like this. This is Octo. This is, yeah.
How big? That looks big, bro.
It's not that big.
How big is that, bro?
Probably like a book, a size of a book.
I see 10 screws on the top of that.
It's probably like a book, bro. Let me look at a video. Actually.
You want to walk around with that, bro, to get my plugins open, bro?
Hey, man.
Come on, bro. It's 2020. Nah, it's 2024, bro.
And it's 2024. We should have been got rid of a lot of things. You know what we should have been got rid
I
of?
don't care for DSP.
I don't care for the AAX plugins. Every time I get
That makes no sense.
Every time I get that pop up, would you like the AAX version too? No, sir. Not me.
You're gonna be tight one day when
You
you
gotta-
open up a Pro Tools
you gotta-
session. That is the silliest thing. I literally get, even though I don't have every I don't need everyone. I still install all of them. That's foolish
True,
work.
but
Because you're gonna be
Don't matter.
so, bro. You're gonna be so
But y'all gotta
tight
open up.
one day.
Y'all gotta
Matter
open
of
up.
fact, the
Y'all gotta
fact
open
that
up the ecosystem to VST3. It's a little bit.
Yes.
It's a little
What
bit
are we doing?
chauvinist. Not
Yeah,
chauvinistic.
I
It's a
want
little
to
bit
know why we do that. I would like to know.
I
Why
would
we
like
have
to know
native
too, yeah.
AA, why we have
instead
our
of a
own-
VST3.
Because they want to be Apple so bad.
I don't think we want to be Apple.
I think it's
first of all, I think
exclusivity.
everyone would love to be Apple. By the
No,
way,
but y'all want to be Apple so bad, and that's y'all Lightning. That is y'all Lightning.
Essentially.
What do you mean that's our
The
lightning?
AAX
Is the lightning
is
cord?
y'all Lightning cable. AAX plugins are
That
your
was a great
Lightning
comparison.
cable.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a great comparison.
Yeah, man.
You're right. It is our lightning cable. But at the same time, it just doesn't matter because if you see now, that's what keeps me out of some plugins. Very few plugins don't have an AEX
It's not
version.
very few,
But
but
it's
it's
the
like-
one format that I know they might not have. Like there's a high chance that if a new plugin comes out, they may not have AEX. They're gonna have VST3, hands down. They're gonna have AU, hands down.
Just have AU. Just have VST3. Not even AU. I'm chilling on AU plugins now because my Windows folks can't access. So it's like,
Facts.
but at least Logic will open up a VST3.
I hear you. I don't know why we lock ourselves down to AEX, but I'm gonna assume
It's money.
It's a good reason.
It's money.
I'm gonna assume it's a good reason.
I'm gonna
we
assume
don't.
it's money.
You can. Okay, that's your bet. That's your betting down. It is money. I genuinely don't know, but I would
I
like
ain't
to
gonna
know.
lie, I'm acting like I'm never gonna have to see these Pro Tools people.
I be talking. Listen, I be telling them honestly too. I wish we could have VS23.
would.
Please.
And then-
I'd come over here and tell my gripes all the time with my dog as far as what I want.
At this year at NAMM, we pulled up to the Pro Tools booth. All of us like 5 deep. We go
Yo,
there.
shout out Rob
walk in.
from Pro Tools, from Avid. My son went to Leavens. He was like, "This the FL guy?" I said, "Yeah, that's him." He said, "We got clip effects. We got this. We got this coming. We got this coming."
It's on camera. I let him rock.
I'm gonna put the ether beat behind it,
Listen,
and it's hilarious, bro.
I let him rock. But
Shout out Rob.
He lucky. I ain't saying nothing.
At
back.
Avid,
Shout out
he's
Rob.
the head guy for Pro
Hey.
Tools in general.
Yeah, shout out
you
to
know,
him.
I was like, I want to know you and
We
talk
went
to
through.
you.
I forget the lady, but we pulled up on a lady, and she was like, "Oh, I love your chain."
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Yes,
Oh,
she's a
what's
sweetheart.
That? Is that like a
Shout out, yep.
apricot or like a record label? I was like, "Oh, this FL Studio logo."
And
She's
she
like,
didn't do that. You lying. She did not do that. Don't do that.
That's funny though.
Because you know one thing about Pro Tools which makes me laugh about them. They don't like to put down the other DAWs.
What festival?
They don't like to put down like when I'm
They
around
can't.
them and we talking. They do not put down the other DAWs.
Can't punch down from
They
the
don't
top.
do that.
What?
Oh, you can't punch down from the top. It's crazy.
messed up.
Okay?
Yes, you can. You can only punch down if you're at the top.
You shouldn't. But what were you about to ask?
Okay.
What festival would your DAW throw?
Wow.
Like seeing how your DAW parties. How would you guess? I think.
Wow.
Even though we're gonna give Pro Tools Coachella, I feel like that's an Ableton vibe.
Coachella, yeah.
Like there's a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Studio One is Dreamville.
No, FL is Dreamville. Are you tripping?
Yeah, I
FL
knew
is
you said, oh, here he
Dreamville.
goes.
FL is Dreamville.
Studio One is Lovers and Friends. What's some old people? I'm
Nah,
kidding.
that's hard now, but I want to go to
Yeah,
Lovers
Lovers
and Friends though. Nah, you're not
Studio
Dreamville.
One is
That's way too cool.
FL is that's us, bro. Smino,
Studio One.
JID, they all look like FL users, bro.
Studio One. All right,
Bryson.
you're going crazy. They look like FL
Like,
users.
you know,
You said FL users look like Young Chop. You said
I
if I
never said
Google,
that.
you said if I Google FL Studio user and you see a picture of Young Chop, what I'm supposed to do? Shout out Young Chop, by the way.
Like Dreamville just feels like FL,
That's funny.
man.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No,
bro.
it does not.
You know what? Ableton is Govball.
That's
Ableton
nasty
is
work.
Governor's
No,
Ball.
it's not. Ableton is the other one. Is
Lollapalooza?
what's the other one? It's Coachella and what's the other one?
Rolling loud. We're rolling loud.
Hell
I'll give
no.
Ableton Rolling Loud.
I
Yes.
think if we're being honest, if we're not Dreamville, we're Rolling Loud.
That's
FL
more
is
FL.
Rolling Loud.
I'll take Coachella, man.
Yeah, not
You're
Coachella.
not Coachella.
You just was about to
No,
give
I said
that to
that's
us.
your vibe. Like you would attend it, but you're not throwing.
Yeah,
it.
you're
That's
not.
OD.
Yeah, it's not y'all.
If Pro Tools is Coachella, FL is Rolling Loud, Studio One Dreamville.
It's Dreamville for sure.
What the hell is Ableton? What is Logic?
Ooh, what's Logic?
The Worldwide Developers Conference.
FIFA.
You're leaving it at Coachella? That's what you want to be?
Yeah, Pro Tools.
Damn, not even Wembley. I'm glad you know your worth. Coachella.
Bro, we doing what people know.
Y'all I'm out. I don't know. I felt like
Yeah.
I
okay.
was a deep
What
cut.
is
I don't know what's
Ableton?
going on.
Ableton's one of those EDM festivals. Like
That's
Electric
fine. We
Zoo?
get lit.
Electric
Electric Zoo. Or what's the big festival in Miami?
Oh,
Ultra.
Ultra.
Ableton
We get lit.
That's the biggest. I think
We
that's the
get
biggest EDM festival in the world. If I'm wrong,
don't know.
I'm so sorry. But I think it's the biggest one in the world, right? All right, we out of
sure.
here. Let's get out of here. This has been the My Audio Nerds podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Also, remember, one lucky person is going to get that VIP Gold Edition Rosetta EQ or compressor. Also, please become a member of our channel. It really helps us a lot as far as where we're trying to take this thing. And trying to give back, man, and trying to get this podcast to a space where we can do so much more for the community and things of that nature. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for supporting us. Anything you guys got left?
Hey man, the Rosetta G Verb on the way.
That's not
the BLA 76.
People take us serious.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Think about it. If I say I could ruin our credit right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all think Mixcraft isn't better than Logic? Y'all tripping.
You think Mixcraft is better than Logic?
They just once they got VST support, they became better than Logic.
Once they got VST support?
You talking from a DAW that doesn't have VST support.
That's also true.
And I'm also kidding. I'm joking.
Can't weigh in
Hey,
on that.
thank y'all for
Can't weigh in on that one, brother. Can't weigh in on that one, brother.
That was a good spank.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. We be promoting our stuff, but today we just gonna take it. Oh, Engineer of the Week.
Engineer of the Week.
Oh, who's our Engineer of the Week?
Who wants to throw?
I did it last time.
You did it last time?
Yeah.
So you want to do me?
You can go. You can throw.
My engineer this week is going to be Stuart White.
Shout out.
Beyonce's engineer.
Bro, we doing. I thought we was doing like.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this?
How about a big and a
I
small?
name
A big and a more street level.
A big and a more street level where I feel like, wow, like this person's been really killing it. I got you. So I'm gonna say Stuart White, right, as my big engineer as far as that's just killing the game. Obviously with the Beyonce stuff and just everything he does. He's a producer as well. I've been loving his mixes. Love what he's been teaching me on Mix with the Masters. And then the other person I'm gonna nominate is EDG.
Oh my God.
Shout out
EDG because we've all literally watched EDG like from when we kind of started HMD, just being around and just chilling, talking, having conversations, and then seeing him grow to where he is now is insane. Like I think he crossed over to 1,000 mixes projects done.
That's fire.
Insane. Congrats to him on engineers.
Very hard.
He does
embraced Dolby Atmos very, very early.
Very early, and he is ahead of the game now. Like I can't imagine what he's capable of doing 800, 900 projects of Dolby Atmos or whatever he has done. So shout out to EDG. Definitely wanted to nominate him for
sure.
Engineer of the Week this week. Him and Stuart White. I'm a real big fan of Stuart. Like I would love to have Stuart White on the couch. EDG, I'd love to have EDG on the couch too, just to talk about Atmos. So both of those guys. Yeah, that's it. And I'm out of here. Yeah, that's it. Y'all good?
I'm chilling.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Courtney, no shout outs today.
Don't drink and drive. Don't do any hard drugs that aren't good for you.
Okay.
And I'm chilling on Tylenol, man. We could do the health podcast